Hello everyone, I'm Jeff Standley with Standley and Craft, and today I've got a very exciting announcement, and that is an oil collab with the company Makesy. Now, I've been working with Makesy with these for probably about the last year, and they finally launched today. So I'm here to open these up. I haven't smelled these for a while, so this is going to be kind of a second version of a first test. Now, I've tested these oils a long time ago and kind of throughout the months, just kind of going back to these. It's been a while since I've actually used them, and they sent me the new sampler pack, which of course is available in the video description down below. So I'll link everything so that you guys can see it. But like I said, it has been a while since I've smelled these. These are in brand new bottles, brand new boxes. So we're going to go through, open these up, and I'm going to go through and describe them a little bit. All right, so the first one up that I'm pulling out is the Pink Lychee and Sweet Oak Moss. Now, this is one that I sent back a long time ago. This is one of the ones that definitely stuck out for me, or definitely stood out for me. All right, so I'm going to pour these on the tester sticks a little bit. And this is, yeah, this one, again, this is the reason why this one was one of my favorites. It's definitely real sweet up on top, which is what I really liked in the beginning of this one. Now, if you're not familiar with Makesy oils, and I think a lot of people that watch this channel are, they're a little bit more on the complex side of things, which is really good for fragrance oils because it usually adds a little bit more depth to oils. It kind of fills out your candle a little bit more, and it's not a real basic scent like my personal favorite, and I always say this, is cinnamon. Cinnamon is a very basic scent. There's only like 2 or 3 things in it. You really don't have to add a ton to get that real nice strong cinnamon scent. But like I was saying with the Makesy oils, they go a little bit more complex than that. There's a lot more kind of individual oils, essential oils, and everything else that goes in them, which kind of broadens the complexity of the oil, which is really nice. So I'll go ahead and tell you what the notes are in this one. This one is ripe fruit, orange peel, bergamot, pineapple, jasmine, caramel, galbanum, amber, and moss. Now this one, I definitely get the more fruit and bergamot out of this one. It's got that really nice kind of, I wouldn't call it a musk at the base of it, but the galbanum, I'm not even sure what that one is. But the amber and moss, you definitely get that kind of, I don't know, I don't want to call it perfumey, but you definitely get that more kind of musk base, which is really nice. And then the sweetness and the fruitiness on top of this one is really good. And like I said, this is one of the ones that really stood out to me. I've got 2 personal favorites in here that have been selling for a while, and I saved those for the very last. But again, this one is really nice. The fruit really kind of jumps on top of that kind of musk base, but definitely a really nice oil. And the Pink Lychee, I haven't smelled that one kind of by itself, so I really can't compare that to anything. But definitely a nice oil. This one I would call probably a little, I wouldn't really call it feminine, but it does have a little bit more of a perfumey scent to it. But again, very nice. Definitely one to check out. The next one up is Midnight Mahogany and Mango Skin. And the notes in this one are mandarin orange, white bergamot, verbena leaves, wild lavender, vanilla orchid, jasmine petals, mango skin, mahogany, and golden amber. And I'm going to go ahead and dip this one. I can already smell that mango on this one. Definitely nice and sweet. I haven't even gotten it up to my nose yet. Yeah, definitely really nice. The mango really comes out in that. The orange comes out in that. I don't know if I get too much of the vanilla. I get a little bit of floral notes from the jasmine. Definitely more, I would call it probably fruit heavy. It does have the mahogany and the amber base in it, but it doesn't come across real musky like some of the other oils. Yeah, but that bergamot and the mango skin on that one, very nice, very fresh. If you like mango and the freshness that comes along with mango, this is definitely a really good one. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Again, this is one, and these are all oils that I've chosen. And I definitely tried to pick some oils that kind of really stood out. Something that was going to be really good in not only a candle, but if you're going to put these in room sprays or even body butters or lotions or anything like that, a lot of these are going to be really good for lotions. And any kind of, I mean, obviously if the oil stands up to it, a lot of skin applications, which is really good. But definitely a very nice one, especially if you like that more fruity note with the mango. The next one I've got is pineapple, cilantro, and applewood. Pretty much anything with pineapple I really love. Yeah, and that one, yeah, the pineapple instantly jumps out on that. Like I said, if you like pineapple, I love pineapple scented fragrance oils. Anything with pineapple in it. Very heavy, very fruity, which is really nice. The notes in this one are pineapple, lemon, apple, peach, lily, coconut, vanilla, and peach. Now this one I definitely get the coconut base into it. I wouldn't call it a pina colada. I was watching I was watching Carrie's video earlier, and she's spot on. It definitely gives that hint of like a pina colada without the real heavy coconut that you get along with that one. The coconut in this one is nice. I wouldn't call it faint, but you definitely get it, but it's not overpowering. And then the fruitiness on that one really steps out with the lemon, the apple, and the pineapple. And again, the pineapple just jumps right to the top on this one. So definitely very nice. If you're looking for any type of probably spring and summer scent, obviously this one is going to be really good for those. I don't know if any of these, well, there's a couple of them that tip into like fall and winter, but God, that pineapple is so good. The next one up is green pear and mandarin peel. Now this one, getting into the more citrus notes. And the notes in this one are green leaves, eucalyptus, green pear, mandarin, spearmint, peppermint, clove, ginger, and citrus. Definitely very earthy. I wouldn't call it more of like a grass type scent, but you definitely get hints of kind of being outside around grass. The spearmint, eucalyptus definitely jump out. And I've been trying to pick this one. You definitely get that ginger root flavor. You definitely get that ginger root scent, which is really good. Like if you bit into a piece of ginger and got that flavor, you get a little bit of that, which is really nice. And again, going back to like the grass scent, getting into something a little bit more fresh, outside scented, this one is really nice. And again, the eucalyptus, spearmint, and the peppermint kind of step to the top on this one, which is really good, especially if you're a fan of those. The next one is wildberry leaves and sage cloves. That one's so nice. And the notes in this one are red berry, green leaves, green grass, green, apple, strawberry, coconut, galbanum, and clove. And I don't get like a real strong hint of clove like you would with a fall and winter type scent. So it's not going to be, you could definitely run this through fall and winter. It would be really good, but you're not going to get that Christmassy type clove that you would with a lot of fragrances that have clove in it. And the coconut in this one, I don't know that I get the coconut like really strong out of this one. And ever since picking this one, it reminds me of something, but I can't really pick out exactly what it is. It reminds me of a scent from a long time ago. And with the green, the apple, and the strawberry, it's not overly fruity, but you do get a hint of a little bit of sweetness, which is really nice. It almost has a little bit of a spice to it, which is really good. And again, I don't want to say spice, thinking that you're going to get like a Christmas spice. It's definitely not in that realm. But it does have like a hint of a little bite to it, which is really good. And then I can't pick out exactly what sweet comes to the top of it, but with the red berry, the apple, and the strawberry, honestly, I think they kind of pair each other really well. You do get a hint of sweet, but I don't think any one of those really step out as the leader in this one. But definitely very nice. And again, and pretty much all of these are going to be really good spring and summer scents. This one you could definitely run fall and winter. The next one is strawberry musk and jasmine rose. Yeah, very nice. This one smells like a perfume or a body spray that you would get at Bath & Body Works. I think even Carrie mentioned that one. And I'll link to her video down below. It's a great video. Really good review on these exact same oils. And I was talking to her about these earlier. Yeah, that one is definitely, this one definitely smells like something I have smelled in the past. Somebody has worn this as a lotion or a body spray. Definitely very nice. And again, if you're putting these in lotions, any kind of body application, these would work really well. They smell incredible. And let me see if it has, yes, it does work in body sprays, body moisturizers. So you'd be good with this one. This would be really nice in a candle, but I think this one is definitely going to stand out as a room spray or some type of body application for sure. The next one is Neroli Blooms in Amberwood. I just got a little bit of this one on my fingers, so I'm going to try to really distance myself from the fingers. And the notes in this one are citrus medley, apple, elemi, lavender, neroli, jasmine, patchouli, amber, and sandalwood. See, with patchouli, amber, and sandalwood, I expected it to be a lot more musky, and it really isn't, which again is why, one of the reasons I chose this one. I'm not a huge fan of patchouli, but I have mentioned in previous videos, certain amounts of patchouli are actually really nice and they add to a fragrance really well. And this is definitely one of those. I can't stand patchouli, but it makes such a good scent when it's minimally used. And they definitely used very minimal patchouli in this one to me. Now, this one I would definitely put a little bit more in the musk category. It's not a heavy musk. I don't get much of the The apple citrus medley, I think I get a little bit of citrus out of this one. The apple definitely doesn't stick out. So if you're looking for like a heavy apple scent, this one doesn't kind of creep into that category. See, I don't know if I'm smelling my fingers or this oil, but definitely very nice. Again, I think this one would do really well. And I've seen a lot of people talk about this one already. And I've seen a lot of people talk about neroli in general. It's definitely a favorite amongst a lot of people. Again, I think this one would do really well in body sprays, body lotions. The next one is Twilight Vanilla and Cassia Bark. God, that one is so good. Very soft, a little sweet, which is really nice. It definitely, see, this one could go through spring, summer, a nice, let me see. The notes in this one are cinnamon, cassia, jasmine, caramel, fruity, amber, clove, and vanilla. And this one, the amber, clove, and vanilla definitely stick out. The clove is really nice. Again, it's not a heavy clove, but it does tip into that category a little bit. So you could easily run this through fall and winter and get a really nice, almost a little bit more like a cologne type Christmassy scent. I don't even know if that makes sense, but it kind of tips into the fall and winter. I'd put it a little bit more in the cologne. See, in this one, God, that one is so good. And the vanilla comes out really nice. The clove and the vanilla, I think, are evenly paired in this one. It's really good. And again, the cinnamon is not overpowering, which would be fine to me. I love cinnamon. I've mentioned that 100 times. But it's definitely very muted, which is really nice. You get that little bit of spice with the vanilla, the clove. Definitely a really good fall and winter type scent. The next one up is Natural Creamy Vanilla and Coconut Sugar. This is one that I added in there. It's one of my kind of long-term favorites. And the notes on this one are creamy honey, coconut, caramel, monk fruit, brown sugar, and vanilla bean. God, and that one is so good. And that's exactly why I chose this one. It smells so good. Definitely, I would lean towards a fall and winter candle in this one. Definitely very nice. It's got a rich, like a real creamy, rich scent to it. And the longer you let it sit, the more caramel that you get in this one. But yeah, the vanilla bean and the caramel in this one really stand out. It's got a little bit of a hint of a musk in the base, which is really good, which I think is why you get a little bit more of that kind of richness to it. But definitely one of my favorites in the box. And then the last one is definitely my personal favorite. And this is one I've used in candles for a long time. I've talked about it on this channel several times. And that is the Maple Chai and Sweet Cream. And this one is really nice. Definitely a fall and winter type scent. And the notes in this one are grated ginger, nutmeg, orange zest, maple syrup, cinnamon leaf, vanilla bean, brown sugar, and buttermilk. And this one is probably the only one that steps into more of the gourmand or the bakery type scent. I wouldn't really call it sweet and kind of bakery type, but it definitely falls into that category. But again, extremely nice. The vanilla bean, brown sugar, and kind of the maple syrup really stand out in this one. I don't know if I get the orange zest. I don't know if I get a ton of that one. And then the grated ginger, neither one of those. I mean, obviously they're adding to the entire scent, but none of them really step out over like the vanilla, the brown sugar, and the maple syrup for sure. And it's not overly bakery type. So I know a lot of people really don't like the bakery scents. I think this is one that would kind of step into that category where somebody that doesn't like bakery scents would probably like this. But again, I'd be right on the fence on that one because it does dip into that category, but it's not heavy like a blueberry muffin or something like that. But again, my personal favorite out of this entire batch, the maple, is an extremely good seller. Everyone that picks it up absolutely loves it. And that's exactly why I included it in this collection. But that's pretty much it. That is the entire collection. There's a lot of really good ones in there. I had a ton to choose from when we started this collab. These were my absolute favorites out of any of the oils that I tested. So a very good mix. And like I said, there's a couple fall and winter ones in there. There's a couple that kind of span the entire year. And there's definitely a ton, especially now that spring and summer is here, there are a ton of really good spring and summer type scents in there. So if you are interested in looking at the sampler pack, I've included a link in the video description down below. And if you've smelled any of the two that I put in there that have been selling for a while, please let me know in the comment section down below what you think of those. And if you do happen to pick this up, please let me know what you think of every single one of them. And of course, I hope you love the oils as much as I do, and we'll see you in the next video.